Her joyous majesty, Queen Jane.
Well, it's been a great day, guys. We've had such camaraderie, great test of skill upon the field. The bardic was just amazing. It really drives home to me why I love to be a part of the SCA.
Especially Atlantia. Woo!
Woo! Woo!
This has been wonderful. First and foremost, we want to announce we just did the polling for the new Storvik baronage. There will be the investiture at Battle on the Bay. And if you didn't see anything yet, we would like to congratulate Lord John and Maestra Graciela.
Their Majesties would summon before them the children of Atlantia.
I think we need Master Torres.
And,
Can't be the only one.
and also Master Torse.
She's a little wet. Oh, she's fine.
She's totally fine. There we go, that's it.
If you
And
would
there's the
hand that
Master
to
Torre.
Master
He's spry.
Torres.
Whoa.
Hello, baby. We have some awesome little toys in there for you to choose from. So if you want to follow this lovely gentleman here, I know, precious angel, I know. Go get him. Go get him. Go get him. Go get him. Run and catch him. They're like, what's happening? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's so cute.
So cute.
She's like, oh, I'm going.
For the children of Atlantia and Master Torse, who might be in that group still too. Vivat! 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 Their Majesties would now invite Her Excellency to open a court of her own.
Herein opens the court of Baroness Nezhka of Raven's Cove.
I just wanted to say thank you to their Majesties, to all of those of you who have gathered here today, especially to Baron Lachlan and his staff, for all the amazing setup to be here in person and see you face to face. It thrills my heart beyond words, and I am a bard. So I just wanted to say thank you and welcome. Thank you for participating. Thank you for traveling from so many distances. And if I haven't met you yet, please come see me before the event is over. I would love to speak to each and every one of you.
At this time, Her Excellency would be attended by all newcomers. If this is your first time to an event in person, please come before Her Excellency.
We almost made it back to our chairs.
Almost me.
Almost. Oh.
Hi.
What? Your Majesty, she chose a dragon.
I love it.
I think so. We have amazing Scadians in our future.
Amazing.
We have a tradition here in Raven's Cove, not only of hospitality, but of welcoming those who are new to the SCA. I cannot tell you how honored I am that this is your first event. Not only that, but you worked your first event. I saw so many of you helping before the event, during the event, just so many places. So I wanted to not only say welcome and thank you for making this your new event, but also to offer you a piece of what I hope will be the start of a feast kit for yourselves.
Thank you.
Thank you.
His Majesty and I would like to give you some mugs to go with your plate.
That's right, because you got to wash down some good food.
Here's some more bubbles for you, precious. Thank you so much for being here.
We would not be a society if we did not have continuous newcomers coming in and sharing our dreams. So we hope you continue to share your dream with us. And thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
It's been great to hang out with you today.
Yes, very much.
For our newcomers, lifeblood of our society, Vivat! Vivat!
Vivat! Woo! If you would.
At this time, Her Excellency would call before her Lord Juan and Lord Flittermouse for her judgment. Come forth.
Lord Percy, will you help them along, please? Thank you.
She's not looking good. Keep going.
Gentlemen, this morning, if I remember, you took my favors as members of my guard. Am I right?
Well, let me think. It was
Yes or
it
no?
was hot. It was hot. I've been putting up tents.
That is enough from both of you. I was given those same said favors back, found on the ground by other members of this here group present. And I hope that as you take these back, you treat them with more care than I hope you will treat me in the future.
Take all comers.
Grovel, grovel, mini grovel.
More groveling.
Grovel harder.
My lord, you are dismissed.
Supplication.
Her Excellency has sun in her eyes.
Thank you. Thank you. I will expect you to be holding that at the next event. Thank you, Lord Tiberius.
So let it be done.
Your Excellency. I didn't lose my favor.
Touché.
At this time, Her Excellency would call forth the autocrat, Baron Lachlan.
Your Excellency, permission to address the crowd?
Absolutely, but first, I just, again, to your face and with you here in front of me, I want to say a huge thank you to you and your staff for a tremendous job done.
You're welcome.
Thank you, everybody, for coming out here. You may not have realized it from the fun everyone seems to have had today, but I don't normally autocrat. I was heeding the call of His Majesty and Her Majesty when they said they wanted an event, and I knew it would mean something to them if it was close to home.
Vivat.
By our count, today we had 91 on site. We had a total of 122 pre-registered, but 91 on site out of 122 is great. Also, I believe the count was 25 fighters signed up with MOL to participate in the tourneys today. So it was wonderful to have that many people, especially here at Ravens Cove. So thank you all for coming.
Thank you, Baron Lachlan.
Majesties.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
For our autocrat, Baron Lachlan. Vivat! Vivat!
Vivat!
this time, Her Excellency would be attended by Master Giacomo. Come on down.
I know, right?
Your Excellency?
Master Giacomo, all day you have made us laugh. You have given us such joy. And I wanted to say thank you for that. And His Excellency gave me more ducks to give today, and so I wanted to give a duck back to you.
Thank you for your duck, Your Majesty.
You got the man. You don't even know who he's talking to anymore.
Would Your Majesties care to examine the duck?
Sure, I'd love to see the duck.
So thank you so much for
Thank you,
making
Your
this so much fun.
Thank you.
Hey,
duck.
For Master Giacomo, who has made today's event absolutely wonderful. Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
It was duckalicious.
At this time, Her Excellency would like to address the crowd.
It's always a pleasure to give awards to everyone. And at this time, it's also always hard to give awards to certain people. So with Baron Lachlan, if you would, please.
Let me see if I can get this right, Your Excellency. Her Excellency would be attended by Lord Tiberius of York.
That was beautiful.
Lord Tiberius, it is always interesting trying to disguise awards given to heralds, but you all always need them because you do so much and keep us straight, which in your case is a very hard thing to do. But more than that, I have watched over the last year and a half your work as an artisan, and I cannot tell you how much it has blown me away. I've also noticed that you carry with you a single book, and I think it's time to upgrade that for your heralding. So if you would.
Art invades the paths of all those on their journeys within our society, kingdom and barony, issuing a call to take up tools and craft, weave it throughout their paths. Lord Tiberius of York heard and heeded the call and has excelled in weaving and armor craft, making pieces of art that make the wearer shine and bring pride to the barony of Ravenscove. Thus do we, Neshka Orshaniah, Baroness, recognize his skill and award him our Black Compass Rose at Queen's Rapier Tournament on this 14th day of August, Anno Society Highest 56.
You know what? I'm going to let you
Thank
or
you.
your lady do that.
Appreciate it.
For Lord Tiberius, the newest recipient of the Black Compass Rose.
Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
At this time, Her Excellency requests the presence of Ragnolfr, who cannot be here today, unfortunately. So we would like to invite Lady Freydís in his stead.
For those who don't know, Ragnolfr is one of our members. Come, Lady Freydís. This involves you too. You are his other half. Lord Ragnolfr, Ragnolfr is one of our populous members who never lets hospitality go unnoticed. He never lets it go, period, because he always is providing food or something, no matter what. It's tense. He has held my parasol for me, Lord Juan. He has done all sorts of things to help, and so it is with my greatest thanks for him to give him the award of the Winkle today for services rendered at an event which was very short notice, and I am very grateful for his services.
Eagles are watchful providers, bringing supplies in plentiful quantities. rendering shelter and ensuring that call their preview want for nothing. We see Ragnarfer as such a provider, for our barony going above and beyond to give aid to our event, Coastal Bardic Anniversary. Thus do we, Nezhka Orshanaya, Baroness of Raven's Cove, give him a winkle for this service, given this day, the 14th of August, Anno Societatis 56 at Queen's Rapier Tournament. For Lord Ragnarfer. Vivat! Vivat!
Vivat!
He makes really good hot sauce.
He really does make amazing hot sauce. I'm not through with you. I'm not through with you. In addition to Ragnarfer being a person giving hospitality in so many ways, Lady Freydís is also one of those. And originally, I called her up to give her something, and I'm going to give that to her. But today, my lady, you not only showed prowess on the rapier field, but your improvement in skill is inspiring. And so I ask that you wear this with pride, and I thank you for fighting not only for the barony, but for Her Majesty this day, and for keeping track of your favor.
As the wolf watches after the pack, so does our Lady Freydís watches after the needs of our barony, providing hospitality and shelter to all those who needed it among our Coastal Bardic Anniversary. Therefore do we, Nezhka Orshanaya, Baroness of Raven's Cove, award her a winkle for her recent service, given this 14th day of August, Anno Societatis 56, at Queen's Rapier Tournament.
I would like for you to show the scroll off.
Actually, I'd like to show both of them off.
Please do. Yes, please do. Oh, I thought you had it. The scrolls today, Ragnarfer's scroll was done by our baronial scrivener, Lord Jafar, whom we thank very much for his services. The one with the eagle. The one on the other side was done by our newcomer who did a scroll before her first event, Lady Heidi. So thank you.
Final words?
Thank you, Lady Freydís. For Freydís.
For Lady Freydís, newest recipient of the Winkle. Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
In closing, I just want to say to all the fighters who fought, thank you for fighting with honor, with valor, and thank you for coming down here to fight, or coming over here to fight, or up here to fight, wherever you came from. It does me not only great pleasure, but great honor to have you fighting here in our lands. So thank you, and I hope you've enjoyed your stay here.
Herein closes the court of Baroness Nezhka of Raven's Cove. For Raven's Cove and Her Excellency, Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
Their Majesties would now see before them Duke Ragnar Blackhammer.
Duke Ragnar, you have fought with chivalry and honor and have very much impressed me today, and His Majesty. And we would ask that you take up arms and be our cut and thrust champion for our reign.
Majesties, it would be my honor.
We have some regalia.
We have this great regalia. You can see the crown.
Fight with it, right?
You do not. And I would be saddened if you damage this kingdom again.
I'd be saddened if I had to fight Cloak.
You didn't say you didn't have to fight close, just not that one.
At your pleasure.
And if you can give me that one back. I have a special one for you.
Thank you, Majesty. It's an honor.
It is our honor and privilege.
Yes. If you would want to.
For His Grace Duke Ragnar, Her Majesty's new cut and thrust champion, Vivat! 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 Their Majesties would now be attended by Lady Talia.
My lady? Yep, you impressed me before today. We met a couple events ago. And watching all of you today, watching you on the field, watching you off the field, I am minded to ask if you would be my rapier champion for the reign, please.
Oh, yes.
Wonderful. We have some regalia for you. So first, if you would like to hand me back the one I gave you this morning. I'll get that one. Crown. Get this lovely scabbard. I don't know how this works.
I don't either.
That's okay. Master Boomy can show you how it works.
Alright, so I'm just going to hand this to you.
And if you'll turn around for me. Place this around your shoulders.
Oh, wait, there's more. This was You do not have to wear this to fight in, but
No, don't wear this to fight.
no. Just in official capacity. And then there's another little wonderful champion as well.
Thank you so much. I am blown away by this unexpected honor.
So here's a box to keep it all in. We know the hinges are broke. Kingland Chamberlain told us.
That's all
Come
right. I
see
can
us
fix it.
afterwards. We'll show you how it all goes back in there.
So if you would like to take your place on one over the other side, you pick which way you would like to stand.
That's right.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm so
No, you're fine.
verklempt.
It's the best.
For Lady Talia, Her Majesty's rapier champion, Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
This is exciting.
I think so. I bet Talia thinks so. I know Ragnar thinks so.
Their Majesties would now see before them, again, the most troublesome Master Torse.
Right there on that one right there, Master Torse. Yes, Your Majesty. So, Master Torse, you know, long before we have ever met, I've watched many a film upon your fighting. And in this regard, I'm not talking about your fencing. I have watched you lay aside your mastery of being a duelist and choose a new weapons form and a new way to play in the SCA and humble yourself and begin again. I've also watched you through the pandemic find your footing, gain a little skill, sharpen yourself against your fellows, Boomy, Galfred, those people who you could get to at practice. And then you decided Atlantia needs me. I'm going to enter Crown Tournament. Let someone walk over me, but I'm willing to step up and be the crown. And then you had the unfortunate draw of me in the list. In the first round didn't quite go the way you'd planned, but you mustered yourself, and when we met again, you said, "Not again. I'm gonna give this man a much better fight." And then you said to me after I had bested you, "Show them that the man that bested me wins this tournament." I've always been impressed by you as a rapier fighter, but I've been even more impressed with you as a crossover. It is our will today that we would award you with a silver osprey. I look forward to the day where we can actually spend some time in the pickup field and have a great time, both as duelists and as heavy fighters. Thank you.
There is an art to fighting, and mastering any art is no small achievement. To strive beyond your mastered art and to expand to another form is a challenge. To do so with excellence is something worthy of recognition. We have witnessed Master Torse grasp a new fighting form like an osprey grasps its prey with sharp, skilled talons. Thus do we, Eckehard and Jane, King and Queen of Atlantia, recognize him into our order of the Silver Osprey. Done this by our hand this August 14th in Raven's Cove at our Queen's Rapier tourney, and the scroll was done by Master Lydia.
Yeah, she might like you a little bit.
It's awesome.
Thank you so much, Your Majesty.
For Master Torse, newest companion of the Silver Osprey.
Vivant! Vivant! Vivant!
Their Majesties would now address Sir Hrothgar Ravenson.
So, unfortunately, the best laid plans of mice and men, Sir Hrothgar was unfortunately not able to make it today. But having watched his skill come and grow during the pandemic, we are very minded to give him a sea dragon for his cut and thrust work.
Atlantia's king and queen have taken note of the swift blade and sure skill of Hrothgar Ravenson. With shining blade and sure steps, he has brought skill and prowess onto the rapier field as both mentor and opponent. Therefore, do we recognize his hard work and induct him into our Order of the Sea Dragon, done this 14th day of August, Anna Societatis 56, in our Barony of Raven's Cove at our Queen's Rapier Tournament. Calligraphy and illumination done by done by Lady Lucretia. For Sir Hrothgar, newest companion of the Order of the Sea Dragon,
Vivant! Vivant! Vivant!
Their Majesties would now see before them Lady Freydís, Róðmarsdóttir. Róðmarsdóttir.
Her Excellency has already spoken to your service to the barony, but we also want to speak to your service to the kingdom. You're always ready. Whenever she needs you, we need you, someone else needs something done, you're there. You're ready. So today, we would like to give you an opal.
We, Eckehard and Jane, rightful king and queen of Atlantia, wish it known throughout our realm the valuable service, calm compassion, and thoughtful noble nature of Lady Freydís Róðmarsdóttir. Better? Therefore, it is our decision Lady Freydís receive due recognition as a companion of the Opal, done this 14th day of August at Queen's Rapier Tournament in the Barony of Ravens Cove. Calligraphy and illumination done by Baroness Ingegerd Kastanrazi. For Lady Freydís, newest companion of the Order of the Opal.
Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
Their Majesties would now see before them the Order of the Sea Stag.
There are some very impressive people in this order.
Very, very impressive. And yet, as fate would have it, your order is not complete.
Their Majesties would now have present before them Lady Marguerite de Lyon.
Don't look nervous. You did all the work. All the hours of teaching. Master Boomy, do you have something?
I do. This is from you, from Master Kit. Marcus.
I try not to bang in the nose with it, right? Fighting rapier is, or heavy, is easy. You get out there, you do the thing, you have a good time. But teaching it is fundamentally much harder. The patience we all have to exhibit to our students, the time to take to train ourselves to teach in a way that may be foreign to us so it helps our students. These are the things that we know that you know how to do. You have been a regional warlord for this kingdom. You've been the warlord for our kingdom. You've done a lot to help train one of my students. And for these things, we look to you.
Knowledge can grow like a garden if tended by the right gardener. The knowledge of prowess with a sword has grown strong in Atlantia because it has been well tended by the hand and heart of Lady Marguerite de Lyon. For this contribution we, Queen Jane Alexandria Fitzpatrick and King Eckehard III, do honor and recognize her today by inducting Lady Marguerite into our Order of the Sea Stag. May all know of her contribution to the skill in our kingdom and seek her out as a resource for knowledge. Done by our hand on August 14th in Ravens Cove at our Queen's Rapier Tournament. And the scroll was done by Maestra Letia.
Order, I charge you to take your new inductee into the back and congratulate her.
We're going that way.
For Lady Marguerite, newest companion of the Order of the Sea Stag,
Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
Their Majesties would now see before them Baronka Ingegerd Kastanrazi.
Here, you just talk about it and I'll take care of it.
Yes, Your Majesties.
For years, you have been instrumental in bringing in newcomers, whether it be youth or you're always welcoming to everyone, no matter what walk of life. today that we would like to honor you with the Star of the Sea for your work with all of the newcomers. Because without newcomers, where would we be? So thank you.
Thank you.
As stars guided our ancestors to new and wondrous lands, so too has Her Excellency, Baroness Ingegerd Kastanrazi, been a shining star to guide those who seek new adventures. Therefore do we, Eckehard, King, and Jane Alexandria, Queen, recognize the guidance and welcoming support given by her to those in our Barony of Ravens Cove, the Shire of Kastanrazi, and beyond. In addition, she has given new breath to her area and has inspired beginner fighters and artisans alike to grace the future of the kingdom. Today, we do honor Her Excellency's contributions with our Star of the Sea. Done this 14th day of August, Anno Societatis 56 at Queen's Rapier Tournament in our Barony of Ravens Cove. The illumination was by Milady Elizabeth von Strasbourg and the calligraphy by Mistress Martel.
I would just like to say some of the very first people to welcome me to Atlantia were their Majesties. His Majesty showed up at my door kneeling with a pineapple as a symbol of Southern hospitality. So thank you for letting me know I had family from the first time I met you.
Always.
Thank you.
For Baronka Ingegerd, newest companion of the Star of the Sea,
Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
Their Majesties would now be attended by Lady Augustina of Seareach.
Oh yeah, this one mine.
Lady Augustina, when I won Crown Tournament, you went and did a wonderful thing for any monarch. You crafted for me a personalized mug with Spike upon it, knowing that I'm the kind of person who will dwarf a regular little mug in one quick. I needed something with a little more belly in it. And as I showed it around at Coronation, this wondrous gift that you made for me, people said to me, well, that's amazing. You should give somebody a silver Nautilus for that, whoever made it. And I said, well, dang. I don't even have to wait till the ESP. I know exactly what I'm going to do. And for that,
We're giving you a silver Nautilus.
you got it?
Yep.
Many and talented are the Atlantean artisans, but one stands out this day. Noble Augustina of Seareach has crafted exquisite pottery, and we, Eckehard and Jane, King and Queen of Atlantia, do hereby award her the Silver Nautilus to show our great pleasure and appreciation of talent and work. So do we do this on this 14th day of August, Anno Societatis 56, at our Queen's Rapier Tournament in the Barony of Ravens Cove, done by the hand of Lady Lucretia Sarta de Napoli.
Thank you.
Thank you. I know how our fighters and our Seareach like their mugs.
We love them. We love them. It's my, you can hug her. You can hug her. Hug away.
For Lady Augustina, newest recipient of the Silver Nautilus,
Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
Their Majesties Marta de Lyon.
I'm gonna let you handle this one. Deal with the hunt. I got my hand up.
My lady, you do many, many services for the kingdom, for your barony. Rapier Marshal, MOL, Web Minister, Minister of Arts and Sciences. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And for your work with that and with the kingdom, we would like to give you an opal.
May all that hear these words know we, Eckehard and Jane, monarchs of Atlantia, are most pleased with our loyal subject, who so willingly gives of their time and skills to make all that is this kingdom work. There is one amongst our populace who has put forth extra effort into helping the Rapier community and providing her wealth of skills in the realm of arts and scientists. 2 is she our Northern Region Deputy KMOAS. Thus are we, King Eckehard and Queen Jane, right-minded to induct Marta de Lyon into our Order of the Opal, done by our hand at this occasion of the Queen's Rapier tourney upon this 14th day of August in this 2021st year of our Lord in the 56th year of the Society. Excuse me. And the calligraphy and illumination was done by Mr. Smordray. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Thank you. For Lady Marta, newest companion of the Order of the Opal.
Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
Yes.
The Majesties would now be attended by the Order of the Golden Dolphin. And now their Majesties would be attended by Master Brian de Moray.
You didn't even have to roll on this stuff. Master Brian de Moray, you have been a Kingdom level Deputy Earl Marshal for about 5 years. You have managed Rapier Marshals, updated rules, traveled and provided training. You have created the warrant system for the Marshal database that we currently use, which is immensely helpful to the Kingdom. You have served this Kingdom well and admirably for a very long time. And we would be remiss if we did not acknowledge that service.
For service to Queen and Kingdom, faithful and true, as guardsman, warrior, teacher, and clerk, do we, Eckehard and Jane, hereby recognize the years of unflagging loyalty and dedication to Atlantia of Brian de Moray, recognized Master of Defense for his skill with the sword. For our part, as true monarchs, do we commend him for his stalwart efforts in the Marshalate particularly, and enter his name on the roll of our Order of the Golden Dolphin by our word and hand this 14th day of August, Anno Societatis 56, at the celebration of the art and skill of the blade, our Queen's Rapier tournament. Calligraphy and illumination done by Bubba Blackhimmer.
Don't roll out here.
Not with this art.
Not with that art.
Thank you.
Thank you for your service. Order, please take this new inductee in the back and welcome him.
For Master Brian, newest companion of the Order of the Golden Dolphin,
Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
At this time, their Majesties' court would see Baroness Katerina de Palo, who has some business for the Order of St. Aidan's.
Normally, we don't conduct Order of St. Aidan business at a Rapier event. It's just not a thing. However, it's been a long time coming, and the Order recognizes that we do in fact have multiple melee fields.
Yep.
And it's not just armored, it's also Rapier. So today, after consultation with their Majesties and the Order, we would like to add to our ranks our first two Rapier members, Lady Marguerite de Lyon and Lady Marta de Lyon.
This one's for Marguerite, special.
Lady Marguerite, your baldric is a legacy baldric. Count Moray has worn it, Lord Helmet's worn it, I've worn it. A lot of people have worn that. Sir Erwin has worn it. Been a lot of people. It's kind of rough. But when you're in melee, it's kind of rough. So we're so glad to have you as part of our order, and we're so glad to have you as part of our order. Your baldric is brand new. But I have a feeling it won't look that new for long. So because of your leadership on the Rapier field, which is obvious to all of us, we are delighted to welcome you into the Order of St. Aidan's.
Thank you. The one thing I would say to you both about those baldricks is wear them like you would wear your scarf. Never go to battle without them. When you take the field, your enemy will know that they face someone of true terror when they see a black and blue baldric. And I know that both of you will impress upon them this fact.
We also have two other members, and by their Majesties' will, we're allowed to induct them today. There's Lord Bevan, also called Bevan McBevanson, son of Bevan, something Bevan.
From Bevan.
Something Bevan.
Yeah.
The first one was right.
And Baron Lachlan, would you also join us, please?
Katerina, let's see you this member.
Our newest members to our next newest members to our newest members, because at the end of the day, we all fight wars together. And it doesn't matter if we have rapier points or armored points or art points. When we fight as one Atlantia. So thank you for joining our order and being willing to be leaders on the field, all of you. Thank you, Your Majesties.
I charge you both with the same endeavor. Never go to battle without that baldric.
Yes, sir.
For the newest members of the Order of St. Aidan's,
Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
Their Majesties would now see before them the household of Condottieri.
Like they need a trumpet here.
Greetings, Your Majesty.
condottieri comes bearing gifts for your largesse and to offer to the populace. With how we have returned and we're all kind of adjusting back and getting our gear back in order, we wanted to offer you a collection done by all our hands, rapier care kits and sewing kits to give out to people.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and so
that's so wonderful.
So I hope you'll enjoy them.
We will.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. That is wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. I'm sure somebody is going to be very, very happy. Very happy.
Yes. Definitely.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you guys.
All right.
For the generosity and kindness of the household of condottieri,
Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
Well, that's gonna just about wrap up today. I would remind you all that we don't have heirs yet. And while this is not necessarily, for the most part, a group of people who comes out and fights in Crown Tournament, doesn't mean you can't be a part of Crown Tournament. You can always pick up heavy armor and learn. You can also be a consort. It has been my belief that winning Crown is great, but fighting in Crown for somebody you find worthy is better. Much better. Granted, I only won the one time so far, so I don't know. But I've enjoyed fighting in Crown every time I have entered, because I've got to stand on the field and champion Her Majesty. So I would ask that you try to find someone to champion you. Also, I don't believe that we yet have a bid for Crown Tournament. So if your local group would like to put in a bid for Crown Tournament, please do so.
If we do, we haven't been told.
We haven't been told. I don't believe we have one for 12th night as well either. You have anything else, Your Majesty?
Thank you so much for coming today. This has been a fabulous day, and I have enjoyed getting to know many of you, and I certainly hope that we're able to keep meeting in person and being together, because it's what it's all about.
And I hope to see a lot of you at Sacred Stone's Barony birthday as we all vie for a Sir Mark blade. Everything else? All right, please close court.
Here closes the court of their Majesties, Eckehard and Jane. Vivat, Eckehard and Jane, King and Queen of Atlantia, and Vivat Atlantia.
Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!